Serious issues need serious response. As usual, Africa and the world at large need to know, how serious has Captain Ibrahim Traore been and where, plus which military equipment and weapons he has obtained, ever since taking over power through a military coup towards the end of 2022. You know, the major focus of the captain has been on terminating insurgency or terrorist groups which he claims the previous governments had failed to address properly. Captain Ibrahim Traore said his country had to rely on Russia, Iran, Turkey, South Korea, North Korea, China because the United States, France, and their allies refused to sell lethal weapons to them and even went on to block the delivery of weapons bought elsewhere. He added by saying that with Russia, there's no equipment that they would want to pay for with them that they don't sell. Others place restrictions on us. There are many other countries such as China, Turkey, South Korea, and so on that have no restrictions. With Iran, whatever we want, they take stock. If we can pay, we pay, he said. He added that, in the West, there were countries that told them straight up, they cannot sell us something lethal. He also argued that Burkina Faso needed the weapons to fight Jamiat Nusrat al-Islam wa al-Muslimin terrorists, Ansar al-Islam plus ISIS. Continuing with the speech, Captain Troure said the West wanted his army to fight armed terrorists by picking up stones. What a miserable situation that was. He said things were so bad for his army that, at times, they had to borrow arms from neighboring countries. There have been times, during certain operations, where we would borrow weapons from neighboring countries, come and do the operation, clean the weapons and return them. But that seems to be history now. With the new lethal weapons and military equipment, President Ibrahim Traore together with Burkina military have, and continuously obtaining from the new allies they have now. In this video, we are going to look at the military supplies Captain Ibrahim Traore has obtained from a number of countries willing to offer them. What a simple gift of liking the video, a marvelous thing. The channel needs to become energetic. Subscribing to the channel is like choosing the best bride or groom ever. I think you should choose this channel, your best bride or groom forever. At the beginning of 2024, Burkina Faso received a shipment of new military equipment from China, including armored vehicles, self-propelled mortars, and various weapons and ammunition. The delivery is part of a strategic equipment plan that focuses on strengthening the country's security forces in their fight against jihadist insurgents. President Ibrahim Traore inspected 6 WMA-301 fire support vehicles, which are armed with 105mm guns and made by Chinese company Norinco. He also examined 8 CS/SM-1 self-propelled mortars, which use a Dongfeng light tactical vehicle as a platform and have a caliber of 81mm. These were the first of their kind to be seen in Africa. Adding to those, the captain was shown a series of shipping containers that contained a 60mm WW-90 mortar rounds, and rounds for RPG-7 type recoilless guns, which Minister of Defense, Brigadier General Qasim Coulibaly, said this was the first of 5 consignments that are expected to arrive over the coming months under the Strategic Equipment Plan. In August 2023, Burkina Faso Army received a shipment of Emirati-made Isotrex Phantom mine-resistant ambush-protected (MRAP) vehicles. The vehicles are believed to have been acquired from the United Arab Emirates, UAE, a close ally of Burkina Faso. June 2023, Burkina Faso signed a contract with Egypt's Caters factory for a number of FAD armored personnel carriers. In January 2023, Turkey delivered the first batch of 4 Nurul Makina Ejder 6x6 armored fighting vehicle to the Burkina Faso Army, and subsequently in February 2023, the country acquired the Nurul Ejder Yeltsin 4x4 armored vehicle from Turkey. That being just the beginning, days after Burkina Faso acquired the Turkish Akinci combat drones in April 2024, the country acquired the UCAVs for combat duty along with the previously acquired Baykar TB2 unmanned combat aerial vehicle, UCAV. A video surfaced on social media on April 29 showing a UCAV, detecting and striking what is being classified as terrorist targets belonging to the Islamist groups in Burkina Faso. The caption accompanying the video stated that the operation was conducted using a combination of Akinci and TB2 drones. Both drones have been acquired from Turkish manufacturer Baykar. Akinci drone was initially employed in the Turkish military's Pinç-Kilit operations, which aimed to eliminate PKK, Kurdish strongholds in northern Iraq, including caves and shelters, plus their Middle Eastern country, Libya, which has also used the drone in its counter-smuggling operations. With drone warfare gaining prominence globally, Burkina Faso procured cutting-edge UCAVs to bolster its fight against terrorists. The Akinci drone is used against rebel and terrorist targets, especially motorcycle riding groups of terrorists. The drones are part of a broader military overhaul that includes various guided and unguided ammunition and 5 TB2 medium-altitude long-endurance, male, unmanned combat aerial vehicles, UCAV. As the Akinci UCAV was seen fitted with MAML and MAMT munitions, Burkina Faso also reportedly obtained heavier weapons for the Akinci UCAV, as evidenced by the presentation of Spytac Sage's HGK GPS guidance kits. The HGK GPS/INS guidance kit turns existing 2,000 pounds Mk-84 general-purpose bombs and penetrator bombs into air-to-ground smart bombs. Also, Roketsan's Teber GPS, a guidance kit that enhances the hit capability of Mk-81 and Mk-82 general-purpose bombs, and laser-guided general-purpose bombs beside the UCAV were available. Burkina Faso received 5 Bayraktar TB2 drones in April and May 2022. During an attack on the Djibo military installation late last year, Bayraktar TB2s reportedly neutralized dozens of terrorists from Ansaru and Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin (JNIM). The attack had targeted an army outpost in Djibo, northern Burkina Faso. Recently, Burkina Faso received a significant consignment of armored vehicles on June 6. The president's office went on to deliver a statement saying the consignment included armored combat vehicles that are resistant to improvised explosive devices, weapons, munitions, excavators, and trucks. These included 50 CS/VP-14 and 40 VP-11 mine resistance ambush protected (MRAP) vehicles lined up at a base for the event, along with 17 Caterpillar excavators. Both MRAPs are promoted by China's Norinco, which says the VP-11 has a gross vehicle weight (GVW) of about 10 tons. In April, Russian vessels unloaded thousands of tons of military equipment in the eastern Libyan port of Tobruk, after repeated visits by Russia's Deputy Defense Minister, Yunusbek Yevkarov, to General Khalifa Haftar, the strongman running eastern Libya. Many of these equipment were also destined for countries further south in Africa like Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, where Russia has ties to leaders. A contingent of Russian military personnel flew into Burkina Faso's capital Ouagadougou in January 2024 in what appeared to be the first significant deployment of Russian troops in Burkina Faso. The African Core channel on the Telegram messaging app, which claims affiliation with Russia's defense ministry, said a group of 100 servicemen had flown to Burkina Faso to ensure the safety of the country's leader Ibrahim Troure and the Burkinabe people. Furthermore, 200 were to be deployed in the near future, it said. An aircraft pictured on the sun-baked tarmac was an IL-76, long the workhorse of the Russian military, from which soldiers were pictured unloading equipment from a plane with a Russian flag and a blurred number on its tail. The soldiers were also meant to train their Burkinabe counterparts and help patrol dangerous areas. These and more military supplies have been obtained by President Ibrahim Traore in his fight against insurgency or terrorist groups in Burkina Faso. The West seemed to be reluctant in providing the necessary equipment, but the captain has, and he is increasingly showing his relentless spirit of coming up with a new secure Burkina Faso. Tell us what you think about these Captain Ibrahim Traore's plans and military equipment he has so far obtained.